Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Tetcher, and welcome to my new show, Head to Head, where I get people from the HTC League and sometimes other places, and I interview them. Today, we're going to be playing Cho'Gall, and as the show is called Head to Head, I'm going to be playing the Gall this time, and I am with Diamond Skin's melee flex player, Nande. Hello, Nande.
Hello, greetings friends.
Okay,
It's
so yeah.
Nande here.
Nande, yeah, hang on, I should probably pick Shove, because duh. So yeah, we're going to be playing Cho'Gall, and I'm just going to be asking esports related questions and also personal life questions, but preferably not too personal. And also, I haven't played Gall in ages, but Nande felt more comfortable on Cho, so that's going to be good.
It's only excuses, man. Come
Always
on.
excuses. That's how we roll. Nothing here yet.
Sure.
All right, so
Oh, Diablo's going ham.
Diablo is going ham. I missed the bomb completely.
Oh,
All right.
Gall's not easy, you'll get it.
It's not so much he's not easy, it's more along the lines of just zero experience at all. Like I said, I told you before we started, I have level 5 on Gall, level 10 on Cho. I'm very much more experienced in one than the other. Okay, we should get... Oh no, there's someone else here. Alright. There we go, now I'm starting to get it. Okay. Alright, so basically to start with, you are playing melee flex for Diamond Skin, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Alright, so Diamond Skin recently changed their lineup. Like, you have a lot of the same players, but before the last HGC, you had a little bit of a shuffle around. So who was changed and why?
Well, depends on your route. I guess we played with almost the same lineup back at Gamescom, the Fall Regional, the second one. The only difference since then is that we play with Chris, ex-Team Liquid, instead of Nick as the range carry. But actually after Gamescom, me and Raid Boss and Wolfja, 3 of us, were taking a break completely from the game for like a month or so. And so the other 2 people of the team tried to form something new. And but that team that they tried to form disbanded afterwards as well, and then us 3 came back and we kind of joined back together, picking up Chris on the way.
Fair enough. And at one of the other previous events, I think it was Valencia or Tours, you actually did qualify, but you were ill at the time of the event, weren't you?
Oh, that's actually DreamHack Valencia. That was the first fall regional for this year. And yeah, we qualified with actually the same roster again, except it was Nick back then instead of Chris and Kerry. And yeah, I was ill, like I had a hand injury. Don't know the name in English for. I used to have the same from playing guitar some time ago, so I couldn't really play for 2 weeks, and we had to get a substitute, which was Nex at the time, and
yeah, it's unfortunate.
that's the story from back then, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you did do well though. Oh god, we lost Butcher, no surprise there, but
Yeah,
we are still kind of crushing them.
Oh, we also had in Scott, so
oh, so much damage.
Seems to be doing fine.
No running, no running, no retreating. It's a swimming pool now.
Also, yeah, I remember back then, yeah, they did not perform poorly. I mean, they had like one or 2 weeks only time to practice with Nex, who was the substitute for me. It was also difficult finding a German sub player because people are more comfortable with communicating in German during the game.
You are a full German team, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone in the team is speaking German, so that is something that helps us, I guess, during the game in communication. And yeah, it was kind of difficult to find a German substitute player at the time, and they only had like 1 or 2 weeks to practice with him during the time where I would be ill. But yeah, they did not perform well at all. Like I remember watching them from home, and they already took the first game off of Team Liquid, I think, back then when they were playing. And yeah, I was at home watching, of course, and yeah, they still performed pretty well, I would say.
Yeah, but in the at Gamescom it was a little bit different. You did perform quite a bit better, and that's where I think you came onto a lot of players, a lot of viewers' radars, where people who saw your performance in that and were very impressed and saw you guys do really well. And then that was that changed again once we reached the HTC qualifiers, where you guys were qualified in the last qualifier.
I think I would disagree a bit on that. I think in general we think that we really underperformed at Gamescom and we expected to do much better. And yeah, I actually don't know the exact reason for that. I don't think it was any nerves or something, but yeah, it was just didn't work very well at the tournament. But yeah, the question was about HTC now?
Yeah, the HTC, you guys qualified in the last qualifier, I believe.
Exactly, yes. We qualified in the last qualifier. And, yeah, we lost in the first qualifier against To Be's Determined, which is no shame, I would say. I respect them as a team a lot. I know that they practice very hard and they've been sticking together for a long time. And also our old teammate Nick is on there now.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely deserve to qualify. Because they put a lot of hard work into the game. The second qualifier we lost to the Damascus boys. There are also a lot of known players in there. And third qualifier eventually, we got a high seed, so we basically had to, like, the only team that was really a competition for us was in the semi-finals against Excelente Elección.
Which
And,
in that game, a lot of people in the audience were talking about how unexpectedly one-sided that series was. Would you like to comment on that?
Well, I would agree. I mean, we knew that we were very much capable of beating them. We expected a bit more closer results as well, honestly. At least I did, and I knew that we can beat them if we play our thing, and that's what happened. It happened to be 3-0 in the best of 5, and honestly, I wasn't really sure how it would go, and yeah, turned out very well, I guess.
Yeah, it did turn out well. You did qualify, and now you have the first league-based HGC season. You're going to be one of the first teams to ever do that. So how do you feel about it compared to the previous format, where everything was more tournament-based?
Yeah, sure. Well, it does. It is a very, very huge. It is a very huge deal being qualified for this league, and since it guarantees you some form of compensation for playing the game, like compared to last year, you know, you would be a team, you would be having to practice very, very hard, so you can keep up with the top teams that are practicing. Let's say with the top 3-4 that are getting salary for playing this game and actually practicing a lot. It was like, it's hard as a team without sponsors to practice for an amount of time so you can keep up with them and really compete. And with last year's format, you weren't really, like, either you win or you don't after you put in so much time in practice. And with this way, being qualified is a huge deal because you're guaranteed to get some form of compensation for putting in this time. Like, a lot of people are, I think, in the scene are like students or in between, you know, between university, taking a year off.
There's a lot of people in the league who are going to continue studying because the new format allows them to do that with the compensation, like you said.
We will see about that. How much will it allow, really? You know, like how much time will you have to be spending? I think there is not so many details on it yet. It will come within the next month, and yeah, it's just a huge possibility for all the players, and it makes makes everything a lot easier, because also for these qualifiers, you know, I was supposed to take a break for uni, but the others asked me to come back, and I was like, okay, let's try. And you know, I let some lessons slide and stuff, and yeah, so I'm happy that paid off.
Yeah, it's worked out for you very nicely here. So, hang on, we got him. Oh, cheeky little song.
Oh, I think he's swapped.
Yeah, he's swapped. There he is.
This is
definitely real. Oh no!
Stop this man!
Varian, I hate you. We can maybe get him. No, he's too fast. But which are you picking? Our people? All right.
Oh, I got the pull. Yeah.
Twisting never it is. So you mentioned the amount of time that people are going to be able to put in is going to be very important, and a big part of that is due to the fact that just being in the league isn't going to guarantee that you stay in the league, thanks to the Open League. And a lot of people are very excited about the Open League just due to the amount of talent that is in it. What would be some teams that are in the Open League that you think are very scary, or might be in the Open League that you think are very scary and definitely worth watching?
Well, it's not 100%. I don't know, like 100% confirmed teams for the Open League. I know that Mopsio, for example, is the first one I will bring up. Mopsio for sure is gonna play the is gonna play in the Open League and try to join the league in the next season. So any team that Mopsio makes is gonna be a strong contender, I think, because he also is a very hardworking person, and yeah, I'm sure he can achieve his dream to join in if he tries hard and finds the right people. So that's one contender. For the other teams, I'm sure like the team, basically it was between us or Excelente in the last qualifier in our bracket, and they have really solid, strong players in their team as well that are very experienced, and it is also sad for us, for a team like that, to not be joining us, you know.
Yeah.
And if they do continue playing, then they will for sure be a strong contender to join, of course.
Yeah, that is fair enough. So, the league format, like you said, it's going to be paying attendance fees, etc. So you mentioned you're still probably going to be doing university at the same time.
Well, for me, actually, I realized I just started. It was my first semester. I realized this is not really what I want to do. I will probably swap studies, so it will be like during the time, like that I will be swapping studies. That I will probably fully concentrate on the league, and
Okay.
we'll see where it goes next year.
So what were you studying and what do you plan on swapping to?
Actually, I have no idea why, but I started studying. I think it's called computer science in English, informatics, something like that. I never really had to do something with that before, honestly. I was always planning on studying something related to music, because I was also going to a music gymnasium back then, and it's always been a passion for me. And well, I don't know. I just had a growing interest in that subject for computer science, and I figured like, okay, I will have a look at it, and you know, I can still decide if this is what I want to continue or not. And as it turned out, you know, it wasn't really what I want to do probably, and so it's a good point for me that I can now, you know, have something to do in the meantime while I can wait to swap studies within HCZ, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And you mentioned music is a passion of yours. What is that for writing or playing?
I'm sorry?
Is that for writing music or playing music or both?
Oh, of course, oh, both, of course. I mean, go into that a bit. I've done sorts of different styles, I guess, as well. Like I started off learning to play guitar, and that's also what my main subject was in the music gymnasium. This is not turning up very well
Oh,
here.
this went well.
But what my main subject was in music gymnasium, like I'm playing guitar for maybe over 10 years or something, played all kinds of different genres of music, and after that, I did I taught myself a lot using resources of the internet, which is very nice during the current time that you're able to do this. And I also started to teach myself producing electronic music on PC, which is a very deep topic to get into, but it's also very fun. And I'm wanting to, so I was writing there and playing myself. I'm teaching myself piano, and what I would really like to get into is like a composing studies with like focus on media music is what I will be doing. What I will be doing exam, I guess, in the coming year.
Yeah. And you mentioned media music. Could you explain what that is to people who don't know?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Well,
Jesus.
basically it goes. It's composing anything that any music that can be used in media, be it advertisement, be it movies. It's something that's interested me for a long time. I was talking about music in general. Something that was fascinating me was always like music theory. At some point I was like, why does this sound like it does? Why does this sound good to me? Why does this sound interesting? Yeah, that's a big topic. That's a big topic that I was getting into there.
So let's move on from that. And what's your home living situation like at the moment? Like, do you still live with your parents? Are you living in a uni situation? How are you living at the moment?
Yeah, well, I'm living in an apartment with my mother at the moment. I don't know how to say, like a in between option. You know, I will be looking to move in together with a friend of mine near the university in Vienna, and yeah, until then.
All right, fair enough. And you mentioned earlier, so moving back to this a bit here, that the team was mostly German speaking. Is that purely for language, etc., or is that for other reasons as well?
Honestly, basically how the team formed in June, and a long time before me and Raidboss were trying to form a team, and we weren't trying to form some German team. We were just trying to find people in general, and the way that we found people, like the people that we found, just happened to be German, and that's how that started. I guess it wasn't planned; it just happened.
Okay, and I'll ask a couple more questions now that we're at the end of the game here. So,
All right.
out of the people who are in the scene, who would you say at the moment are probably some of your best friends outside of your team? Who do you get really along with really well when you go to events and stuff?
For sure, Mopso is one of those persons that's really fun to be around with outside of the team from the other players. I'd say the Fnatic guys. I always like talking to those and to doing it, and because as you know, back in the alpha, I was playing together with them,
You were,
and
yes, you were playing with a couple of the
I was
Fnatic guys, and for a very short amount of time, me.
yeah, actually, remembering back, yeah, I remember that like anytime we were needing someone to play, like I need a fifth player, we were always asking you to jump
Yeah,
in,
you were talking
and
about my master skins.
you were that guy that has all the master skins in the game, and we were like, oh my god, I don't even have enough heroes as our thing, you know. Actually, I remember playing the first cup for on ESL.
Yeah, it
Like
was the community one.
we were reading the rules and how to like who can participate, and it was like, oh, you need to have so many heroes, and Breeze is like 3 hours before the tournament. Breeze was like, oh no, I need to get the credit card from my brother. He needs to buy me a hero so I can play this game.
Oh
That's
wow.
true. So, but I mean, honestly, like everyone in like like y- most or all the people that I know from other teams that are playing competitively in the scene are very nice people and fun to be around with. And it was like also in Gamescom, everyone was sitting in the hotel lobby and just doing stuff together. I think like you can get along with anyone in the scene.
Fair enough. And last question: who is the like out of all the people, not someone who you don't like, out of everyone on Twitter or in the scene, etc. If you were to start an argument with someone, who do you think could do best in an argument versus you in terms of a flame war? Who do you think would be best at that? Who could give as good as they get?
Wait, sorry, what did you say about Twitter before? An
Like
argument on
if
Twitter?
it was on Twitter or Battle.net, etc. Who do you think from the people in the scene would be really good or really funny in a flame war kind of thing?
I'll pick Mopsio there as well.
All right, fair enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first episode of Head to Head. Thank you for coming on, Nanda.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, shout out to my teammates if I might.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out anything you
I
want.
want to, of course, like most of all, shout out to my teammates for playing an amazing tournament in the HTC qualifiers, and everyone worked really hard for it. So I'm really happy that we managed to get into the league, and looking forward to hopefully a good year.
All right, and the last thing to say before we end this video is to celebrate this series where we get to know some of the players and maybe even other people as well. I'm going to be giving away skins, starting off with the Elder Chen skin. To win that, you must be subscribed to this channel, and seeing as we've mentioned Mopsio a lot today, let's just have the keyword to show that you've watched the video and that you are interested in entering the giveaway. Let's have the keyword be Mopsio x Nanda. As the keyword, as the key phrase there to be eligible for winning. So if you want that Elder Chen skin and the Chen hero, then put that in, and then I'll pick someone and I'll private message them on YouTube. So everyone, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.